that Prince Harry is planning a shameless return to the UK in 2026 with a plan to, and I quote, sow the seeds for a semi-permanent return to his country.
Harry is on the verge of some type of serious meltdown here. We saw it with a quite deranged statement released.
It all starts the moment you hear those first lines, and suddenly the whole world seems to freeze, because let's be honest, you can feel something shifting around Prince Harry. It seems like Harry is finally catching up to what the world has been saying about the once beloved Duchess of Sussex. Has Dovington's sayings the prince finally reached his breaking point? And if so, what does this say for the once beloved glamorous couple that took the world by storm? And honestly, the way people are talking about it, it's like everyone suddenly woke up and went, hold on.
In love and trust, they shall be united with one another in heart, body, and mind, as Christ is united with his bride, the church. The gift of marriage brings husband and wife together in the delight and tenderness.
Did we miss the signs? Because the fairy tale that once looked golden, sparkling, and unstoppable is now giving heavy cracks in the castle walls energy. You can almost feel Harry's exhaustion from miles away, like something in him is slipping, unraveling, finally showing the world that even a prince has a breaking point. Back in 2018, when Harry and Meghan tied the knot,
Duchess of Sussex will step down from all future royal duties. It was confirmed that the couple will lose their public funding and no longer use their royal titles.
Well, last night, Prince Harry addressed the situation.
it wasn't just a wedding, it was the event. The media practically lost their minds, calling it a modern fairy tale, saying it shattered traditions, broke barriers, and set the monarchy on a new path. Everyone acted like it was history in the making. People wanted to believe this couple was unstoppable, glamorous, rebellious, sparkling with hope. But fast forward 7 years, and wow, the contrast is brutal. What was once praised as revolutionary for the royal family slowly twisted into controversy after controversy. Drama, scandals, tension, you name.
What I want to make clear is, we're not walking away. Our hope was to continue serving the Queen, the Commonwealth, and my military associations, but without.
Meghan went from Hollywood star to royal whirlwind to headline magnet for all the wrong reasons. And ever since she stepped into that royal world through Harry, it was like chaos started following them like a shadow that refuses to leave. And the world never stopped talking. Especially when Meghan and Harry decided to drop a literal royal bombshell, Megxit.
It was unprecedented. There was a public backlash, not against their decision to step back. I think there's huge sympathy for the idea that they weren't happy and that they want to live a more peaceful life, as it was put in that statement.
The relationship between Meghan and Harry has been one that the world hasn't stopped talking about from the moment they said, I do. In front of millions both online and offline, even now, after the famous Megxit. That one decision, stepping back from royal duties, didn't just shake the UK. It made the entire planet lose its breath for a solid minute. This decision made headlines. And then the accusations began, flying from every direction. Meghan was blamed for everything from breaking traditions to tearing down the monarchy to stealing Harry away from his family. Tabloids dug into her past, her family, her behavior. Nothing was off limits.
A shock reversal of Megxit when the Sussexes relinquished their HRH titles, his and her Royal Highness, and moved to North America.
People weren't just criticizing her, they were attacking everything she represented. And as if the drama wasn't enough, Harry and Meghan packed up and moved to California. But this wasn't just a move, it was an escape, a declaration, a leap toward freedom, as they called it. Harry said they wanted peace, space, the chance to build something new without being trapped under the monarchy's strict rules. But now it feels like the weight of those decisions is finally landing on him like a ton of bricks. Is Harry homesick? Is he regretting everything? Is he quietly breaking? Because then came the essay, The Spark That Lit the Latest Wildfire. A 647-word emotional piece titled The Bond, The Brants, The Bravery, where Harry suddenly started sounding, well, British again. Deeply British, proudly British, painfully British, and people noticed. Oh, they noticed immediately. He spoke with love, nostalgia, even longing. He said Britain is and always will be the country he served. That line alone sent shockwaves across social media. Critics, fans, commentators, everyone took it as a cry for help. A plea, a sign of heartbreak and homesickness. One user on X bluntly said he wants to go home so badly that it feels like the man has hit his breaking point. And behavior experts? They pointed out that little phrase may. Currently, like it was a secret code, a longing, a hidden message, a clue that maybe Harry is desperate to go back to the place he once called home. Because when someone keeps hinting at their roots, it usually means something inside them is aching. And with the marriage, the move, the media, circus people are starting to wonder if Harry has finally reached his limit. Has the dream turned into a nightmare? Is he done pretending everything is perfect? Some people see the essay as nostalgia for his military days, while others think it's Harry exposing cracks in his carefully curated California life. But whatever it is, the prince is revealing emotions he's been hiding for years. And remember when they were the power couple? The modern duo meant to redefine the monarchy? The American actress and the British prince? What a story. It sounded like something straight out of a blockbuster romance. But reality has been far less glamorous. Now the whispers are getting louder that Harry might be plotting an escape of his own. The question people keep asking is, how do you go from having everything wealth, status, privilege, to giving it all away for someone the world now calls manipulative, controlling, even narcissistic? And Meghan's PR machine? It's been fighting battles left and right, trying to contain every scandal, smooth every disaster, even the Balenciaga mess. But the cracks aren't just showing, they're spreading. And honestly, it's wild to think about how far this whole thing has spiraled. Because when you look back at the beginning, they were everywhere, holding hands, smiling at every camera, whispering into each other's ears, acting like the world couldn't touch them. Every public appearance looked like it was scripted, polished, perfect, as if they were performing love, not just living it. And that's exactly what people are questioning now. Was the over-the-top PDA real? Were the constant smiles genuine? Or was all of it carefully crafted, a strategy to stay relevant while shouting about privacy every chance they got? Because now, when people rewatch those moments, they don't see romance. They see tension. They see acting. They see a man who looks like he's slowly fading behind the person standing next to him. And the biggest question haunting everyone is simple. Was Meghan shaping Harry into her own character, her own storyline, her own Hollywood script? Because the shift in Harry's personality over the years has been drastic. He went from fun-loving, cheeky, bold, goofy Harry, the people's prince, to a man constantly on edge, emotional, defensive, angry, and almost detached. Like he's somewhere else mentally, somewhere he can't quite reach anymore. And then you have those moments when Meghan posts something and Harry's entire energy looks off. That Dodgers video, people haven't stopped dissecting it. Meghan walks into the theater with the camera rolling, full of excitement, acting like it's a sweet surprise moment between a loving couple, and Harry looks like he didn't even know the camera was there. He looks stiff, awkward, caught, almost like someone being observed rather than celebrated. People said he looked like a man being held hostage emotionally. A man who wasn't told his private moment was about to be used for public image polishing. It's the way he barely reacted, the way his face didn't match Meghan's enthusiasm, the way his energy was off by a mile. It made people ask the uncomfortable question: is Harry truly happy? Or is he trapped inside a life he can't escape from? And it isn't just the videos, it's the timing of everything. The essay appearing suddenly, the emotional tone, the way he spoke like a man longing for the home he left behind. The way Remembrance Day was tied into it. Because while the royal family was in London honoring the fallen with solemn respect, Harry was in California partying with Hollywood elites. People couldn't ignore the contrast. On one side, King Charles, Queen Camilla, Prince William, Kate, Little George, standing together in dark attire, sharing a quiet moment of unity. On the other side, Harry and Meghan walking into Kris Jenner's James Bond themed birthday bash like they were auditioning for a celebrity reality show, and the internet did not let that go. Memes, comments, outrage, shock. People felt it was disrespectful, tone deaf, out of touch, especially from someone who claims to care deeply about veterans and remembrance. And worst of all, people started comparing the headlines. Royal family honors fallen heroes. Harry and Meghan party with Kardashians. For someone who always spoke so passionately about his military experiences, it hit differently. Almost like a betrayal of his own values. Some called it hypocrisy. Others called it sadness. Others just shook their heads and said, Harry has lost himself. And just when everyone was trying to digest that, the next wave arrived. Harry's appearance in Canada happening the same day as Prince William's Earthshot Prize ceremony in Brazil. People noticed the timing. People noticed the pattern. People remembered all the past incidents where Harry and Meghan's events lined up a little too perfectly with William's. And suddenly, the whispers began. Is Harry trying to overshadow his brother intentionally? Or is this Meghan pushing him into another PR stunt? Or is it all just one big coincidence? Even the Daily Beast journalist said it was a terrible look, a mistake. A reminder that the so-called ceasefire between the brothers is fragile at best, imaginary at worst. Because ever since the Netflix doc, the Oprah interview, the book, the jabs, the accusations, Harry and William haven't been walking the same emotional planet, let alone the same path. And this incident only poured more gasoline on the fire. Then comes the one thing that nobody wants to say out loud, but everybody is thinking, is Meghan the reason Harry is compleas? Unraveling? Because when you look at the last 7 years, the family drama, the media battles, the fights with the monarchy, the endless negativity, the constant PR moves, the tension, the isolation, the pressure, the interviews, the lawsuits, the backlash, the Hollywood-style events, the business deals failing, the loss of support from fans, the hit to their public image, the rumors of strains in their marriage, the emotional signs Harry keeps accidentally revealing. It's not hard to see why people say he looks exhausted. Like he's drowning silently. Like he's losing parts of himself piece by piece. And the internet is brutal. People call him a traitor, a backstabber. They say he betrayed the UK, betrayed the royal family, betrayed the people who adored him since childhood. And now, after everything he said about the monarchy, after painting them as cold, racist, cruel, he suddenly writes an essay that feels like he's begging to be welcomed back. People are confused. Some are angry. Some are sympathetic. Some say he's just desperate. Others say he's waking up to the consequences of his own choices. And while all this is happening, Meghan seems to be living her own world, glamorous, polished, smiling for cameras, posting curated content, attending celebrity events, building a lifestyle brand image while Harry looks more and more lost. Their brand is fading. Their projects are collapsing. Spotify dropped them. Netflix reportedly pulled back. Their podcast fizzled. Their controversies piled up. Their influence weakened. And fans feel it. Critics feel it. Experts feel it. Even the media that once adored them can't deny it anymore. Harry and Meghan's reign as the world's most talked about couple has dimmed dramatically. And the cracks between them, people can feel those too. And now, with everything crashing around him, Harry looks like a man standing in the middle of the life he built, realizing it's not the life he wanted. The essay, the videos, the timing, the emotional slips, everything feels like a quiet confession he can't say out loud. Maybe he wants to go home. Maybe he wants peace. Maybe he just wants to breathe again. But one thing is painfully clear. The man who once walked away with confidence now seems to be walking in circles, searching for a version of himself he may have lost along the way.